Naghintay pa ako ng mga 5 minutes paglabas niya kay Sir Las.
Hello, class. Good day, and today we'll be discussing about the drama. So we are now in a fiction writing. So we all know when we say fiction writing, we need an imagination in there, right? Because fiction writing, it's a product of our imagination. It's a product of our creativity, all right? According to James Van Pelt, writing fiction feels like an adventurous act, nudging aside reality a word at a time, right? So you can actually bring us to the world that you are imagining, okay, whatever be the world that you are seeing, okay, you can bring us there. So before we proceed with our topic, which is the drama, let's just discuss our objective first. And of course, when we say drama, we will be discussing and its element. We have to make or create a dramatic plot and create a convincing character, right? So create a well-written, action-driven, goal-oriented dialogue and write a play at the end of this, okay? So class, notice all the successful novels and successful movies, teleserye that we've seen, right? Harry Potter, we all know that it's not real, but of course, it's very convincing as well that there are types of these people living in a real world. Although, even in teleserye, there is a touch of reality, but of course, some of the characters are not really real. Okay, so now let's see what are the flavors that we need to put in there in order to catch the attention of our listeners. Albert Finney said, to be a character who feels a deep emotion, one must go into the memories vault and mix in a sad memories from one's own life. Okay? So consider yourself as a bank. Okay? So kung ang bangko, di ba, they're collecting money, they're trying to protect others, to protect the money of others. Ikaw naman, you are collecting your experiences, no? I know that you are young and you have so much things you need to learn, and you're in the process of learning. But I understand that you also have this kind of experiences, either good or bad experiences. You can actually put it in your you can actually put it as a flavors, diba? As a flavors of whatever type of story that you want to write, you want to make, diba? And this is also give you an inspiration to make some character who could actually reflect you, diba? Kasi in creating creative nonfiction, we'll be talking some of the story that happening or that is actually a true to life story now. Pero dito naman, we are actually using your true to life experience to create imaginary character who can actually reflect you yourself. You can exaggerate the story. It's all up to you. Okay, as long as you are using your creativity here. So what is drama? Drama is words in action. Okay? So we want some action. Action is a drama. The moment that you move your body, the moment that you making expression of your faces, that actually making a drama. Tumawa ka, drama yan, right? We just have to disregard that when we say drama is puro lungkot, masasakit, hindi yan ang ibig sabihin ng drama. Drama is catering all your emotions. Kung masaya ka, it's also a form of drama, di ba? And we want drama came from the Greek word dran, D-R-A-N. Okay? Ano ibig sabihin yan? Means to act or to do. See, drama means to act or to do. So according to fictionists, convey their story through narration. So some of our emotions or some of the drama could be also in the form of narrative or telling a story. Yeah. A poem naman needs to be read aloud, correct? Remember class, when we are reading a poem, that's the time that we can actually understand what is the poem is all about, right? Because we cannot just understand it right away. Poem is very difficult to figure out what is the authors or what is the writers trying to say. Okay, and a drama is primarily written for acting. So those are the differences. And we watch drama in a place called theater, but in the modern age, we actually see it sometimes in different channels. No, we can see it live. We can see it on particular platforms, mga ganyan. Online platforms, makakapanood tayo. No? But of course, in a formal setup, when we say theater, this is a venue where there is a play going on or play happening. So, theater class, when we say theater, is not a drama itself, but it is a venue where you watch the drama or where you watch the play. That's right. And theater also called from the Greek word theastai, meaning to behold or to see. So do not be confused with that particular definition. So words in action class, instead of telling, drama shows the action before the spectator's imaginations. Okay? So in drama as well, the reader is practically watching words come alive. Okay? So if you are reading your spiel or maybe your lines, make sure that you make it or to put it the right emotion. What will be the line that you are going to act? Make sure that you act the way it should be. So that's what I'm trying to say. Drama, all words become verbs, action verbs. No, action words like action word verbs, action word. We have different types of verbs, right? Well, linking verb, but this time I'll be using the action words. In this case, language not only describe, tells, informs, recites, or reports. It also make us to do. So, words in action. So we have three speech as action. So we have three kinds of speech act. Locutionary, which is the act of saying something. That means the utterances of the sentences, right? Illocutionary, what one does saying it. And perlocutionary class is what one does saying it. Okay? Kung ano ang gusto niyang sabihin. Yeah. What one does saying it, one does saying it. Let me just change what will be the perlocutionary. It's just a typo. I'll give an example here. Um, a teacher says the test will be over in 5 minutes. Locutionary saying that the test will be over in 5 minutes. Locutionary suggesting that the students wrap up their final answer. So this is, for example, if in a locutionary, me as a teacher, I said that the test will be over in 5 minutes. You as an audience, this is your action towards the meaning of the statement that I just said, right? So the tendency class, you will be what? You will be wrapping up your work. Okay. And for the questionnaire, will actually the paper in 5 minutes. The meaning to say is the tendency, uh, the possibility of the outcome of the statement. Okay. So we have to take note of this. Success of the speech act depends on the addressee or the audience acceptance of the speaker's intention. As in drama, the role of the audience is the key to staging of the drama. A drama also is necessarily requires an audience, and the theater provides them a venue for a united act. So everyone inside the theater has their own purpose, has their own role. Okay, so even you are just an audience, then therefore you have a participation when we say a theater play. Remember, as a drama, the role of the audience is the key to staging of the drama. Now, let's talk about the elements of the drama. First, we have plot, the story. Okay, plot is the story. How and why things happen, what characters do, what happened to the characters. So that is a plot. When we say character, the people whose stories are being told. It's action of the characters, characterization, protagonist and antagonist. So those are the characters. What are the different types of the characters in that particular drama? Okay. Setting is where action happens. I'm sorry, I have a really, really bad background. Setting is the place, time, and atmosphere. It could also mood and social context. I hope you can also read what is on my PowerPoint. Place, time, and atmosphere, mood, and social context. That's where the setting, that means where action happens. Dialogue is the characters talking to each other or to the audience. Show the personality of the characters, steers up the plot, communicate messages to the audience. So that is a dialogue. There should have a connection to your audience. And aside from that, there is a characterization, meaning you are trying to act what will be the given role in that particular dialogue, and at the same time you have to put your emotions toward the or whatever requirement, whatever type of emotion required to that particular speech. Oh, not really speech, but the line. Then you have to, okay, you have to do it. And next we have the theme, which means the point of the playwright is trying to make. We will be discussing your social issues tackled in the story, make an audience understand an issue or idea. And last is we have performance. Performance is the presentation in front of the live audience. So, playwright, intention, audience, interaction. So, being a stage play or stage actor, that's actually very difficult because mistake, I mean, there is no allowance of mistake. You must know how to uh, to fake until you make it. You have to let your audience that you are not looking or you are not making any mistakes at all. But of course, as a stage actor, you need to train very well so that you can able to deliver what would be the theme or what will be the emotions need to portray in that particular story play. Okay, so just take note, class, that the dramatist is also known as a playwright, a scriptwriter, or a screenwriter. So don't be confused, class, when we say dramatist. It's also a playwright, scriptwriter, or a screenwriter. In theater demand or the screen or television and cinema, we watch a drama unfold. Okay? In theater or the screen of television and cinema, we watch a drama unfold. Remember, class, that we have different also platforms that we can see different types of stories. Meron dyan sa different station. For example, ABS-CBN, GMA, nakakapanood tayo ng different types of stories and drama. What about in radio, class? So, in radio naman, the Irish playwright George Bernard Shaw called radio drama as invisible play. 'Di ba? Hindi natin napapanood ng mata natin, but because of the ears that we have now become the eyes of the listener. The audience listener becomes clairvoyant because his or her imagination supply the visual of what is heard. So
Okay? And use your account. Use your BCC account.
Wait lang.
Sino ba?
So kung ano yung naririnig natin, we are traveling to what would be the adjective or what are the description based on the play that we heard through radio.
Then click send. Click send.
Next,
Then
we have
kapag collaborators,
next we have a conventional dramatist.
okay?
Its works on stage space and the radio dramatist engrosses the audience listener through soundscapes.
Remember po, pwede nyo nang
Another take note, the playwright draws a plot, character, setting, and dialogue to stage performance that deals with a particular issues or illuminate the idea.
mo.
An idea is a product of the mind.
Gawin nyo, gawa na kayo ng form.
It is an abstract or an intangible and is subject to differing interpretations or misinterpretations. Again, class, the idea is a product of the mind. It is an abstract or an intangible as is subject to differing interpretation or misinterpretations. The playwright imprisons subversive idea. Ano po ba ibig sabihin ng ano sir, subversive idea? Halimbawa nito, the Kapampangan playwright, he is also a poet and novelist, si Aurelio Tolentino. He was arrested on May 14, 1903 when the American authorities found his play Kahapon, Ngayon at Bukas, Larawan ng Inang Bayan to be promoting subversion or rebellion against them. Alright? So the tendency, nung napanood nila yan, hinuli, no? So the play's criticism of the Philippine past and new colonizer, Spain and America respectively, and envision of free and liberated Filipinos. So there are one scene there that the character Juan de la Cruz symbolizing the Filipinos imprisoned by Americans colonialism. Kaya nga minsan napapanood nyo or nakikita nyo kung bakit ginagawa yung Juan de la Cruz as an example no sa mga raffle, may kita mo Juan de la Cruz na because it signify or simply referring to a Filipino. So this the characters of Juan de la Cruz, yeah, destroy the American flag. The rest of the character declare at the top of their voice, "Long live the motherlands." So Tolentino was imprisoned for the 9 months for his daring vision, but was pardoned in 1912. Okay, so sa simula ng palabas na yung class, dahil lang sa sunog ng flag ng Amerika, hinuli tayo. So what I am trying to say here is sometimes we need to be creative, but because of the writing style that we have and because of the touch of reality, um, the touch of what do you call this one? A touch of reality. There is the consequences, so you have to be careful as well. No? So Steinemann, we're talking about creative writing. You can actually exage that. You can actually change it the names, di ba? Kaya nga yung ginagawa dito, ni example natin, we're changing a different name. But because of that particular history, yung si Juan de la Cruz, nag-exist siya as symbolizing to the Filipino. Yan. Okay? Lagi nating nakikita sa rapol. Juan de la Cruz. Plot is a character, setting, dialogue, and theme are the formal elements of drama. They become unified when the drama is finally performed on stage in theater. And understanding these elements enhance your appreciation of drama and also supply you with the basic vocabulary for writing one, as in fiction or poetry. You're also creating a story through drama. Yan, right? So for your asynchronous, it will be posted later on in your Google Classroom. So we still have a second discussion, but I will cut this so that there is no confusion. The next topic that we have is plot. So we're done with drama. I will be posting it. Right. So well, thank you for your time.